We are out camping once again. We've decided to head north on Vancouver Island and do some exploring. A nice little sleep last night in our tent with tarp over top, which was less than ideal, but we need to get a rooftop tent, I think, on the JL pretty soon.
Are you vlogging?
And of course, Shaun from the Story Till Now has found his way to the island once again and is joining us for this awesome adventure. But we've got our coffee, we got the new espresso hookup with the Jackery 1000, which is awesome. Good morning, Shaun.
It's almost Christmas.
I know, right? Let's go check out Eli's Christmas tree that he brought. He didn't buy it, he cut it down. We're just talking about your Christmas tree, man.
You don't have a gimbal? Are you even vlogging?
Good morning, Chad. Wanna give your channel a shout out?
Wet Coast Wheeling.
Go check them out down in the description below. We've got a couple epic spots we want to get to. There's a wicked lake, all surrounded by old growth forest. Some waterfalls. There is a river that Chad said we could go take a look at, but it might be a little too flooded out, but Shaun seems to think he can make it through just because he has a snorkel, so we'll see how that goes.
Snorkel life.
Guys, quick interruption. I'm going through this footage and you notice that it may seem shaky, jittery, or blurry. The GoPro Hero 9 Black that I'm using seems to really be struggling in the cold and the wet and the low light in this video. I've tried my best to work around it, but I didn't want to not upload this video because we just had so much fun and it was a great weekend, and I thought you guys would still be interested in following on in the adventure. Going forward, we made a small upgrade in the camera department to try to prevent this kind of thing from happening again, and so our vlogs from here on in might look a little bit different.
There we go. How's that?
Bacony.
I'm not gonna argue with bacony. It's quick and easy camp breakfast, bagel, cheese, bacon, eggs, and adventure for dessert. We have some special guests here visiting on the island. Well, not Shaun, we all know that guy. And I got a giant drop on here. Sorry. Why don't you guys give us an introduction?
Yeah, my name is Peter. This is Caroline.
Hi.
And we're a family of 5. We have a YouTube channel called Epic Family Road Trip. It's Pete Jr. over there.
Good morning. Let's go check out your camps. We have 2 very well-built overland rigs joining us today, which is awesome. We had some good conversations last night about their adventures all over the world, shipping their Jeeps overseas, which is something Shaun and I have talked about maybe one day if we can find the money and time, but definitely a lot of inspiration going on. Cooking breakfast? Oh, nice.
I just finished up breakfast. You just missed. So I'm Carol with the Epic Family Road Trip.
And you guys have a lot of stuff packed in here. Holy moly.
So
As you can imagine.
It's pretty simple if you think about it. I have a 2-burner here, which is really nice. And this is morning stuff, coffee.
Just quick to access. I need food and coffee.
Just stuff if I'm baking. This is all cast iron bread and vegetables. And then this is all pantry, cast iron, solar oven, laundry, and wash bay.
You guys are so organized. I love it.
That was actually Carol's everyday driver. Back then. People say, why'd you go with Jeep? Because we have
Do we already own one? Yeah, why?
And we loved it. So we originally lived in there with the kids, 3 kids, but they were a lot smaller, 5 and a bit years ago when we started.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys have been on the road for over 5 years, right?
Yeah, state and province several times, a lot of them, and then some overseas stuff. We had a big awning and side tent that the kids would sleep in over there, and then me and Carol had the penthouse suite there, and it worked. We got the second Jeep. There's these
The JL.
a little more aggressive, 37s, and
Yeah, I like it. It's white too, which, you know, I'm a little bit biased towards. No, these are some great rigs. So do you guys split driving, or what? Have you worked out a system for who drives? And
whoever feels like it.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to rest can.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good.
Everybody drives. And
Awesome.
everyone's gotten pretty good at trail driving.
You guys have gotten into some stuff, so let's see what we find today. But you know, it's just pouring rain out here, guys. We're on the lake. We can barely see across it now. We're gonna hop in the Jeeps and do a little bit of exploring, see what we can we can find and actually see today. Typical West Coast weather. Tight fit for the tall boys.
Yeah, well, someone else has cut the limbs already.
Oh, yeah.
Cut the limbs already.
You're just under 7 feet now, right? With that rack?
Yeah, just under 7.
Not gonna clear. We're gonna have to make a bit more room with these fallen trees. The rooftop tent on the JL here is super tall. Here. The relay! The baton pass.
So close.
Because you can get a little more that way if you get it better way.
Yeah. Just watch the back. Yeah. Just watch the back. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
It's our turn, guys. We gotta fit under here, but it should be no problem. The JL's pretty low. This waterfall here at the top of this little river crossing that we just came over.
Alright, what?
You think we can make it up there with our winches?
Yeah. Just winch up the waterfall?
I think I see a line.
No problem.
Sorry about the wet shots, guys. I'm trying my best to keep the camera dry, but I am soaked if you can't see. Just water pouring in the Jeep and I am drenched. Trying to make it over obstacles and keep the camera dry. This is winter wheeling here on Vancouver Island. It is wet. Shaun has got his drone in the air. Lunatic somewhere. I think he's just looking for an excuse to buy a new one. Beautiful river. Look at this river. Holy smokes. Whoa! Freewheeling it. See that? A wheel was like an entire wheel off the ground. There we go. Was a fun little river crossing with some good obstacles on it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
We're just making our way to the river now. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to cross it, but let's check it out. This trail is crazy wet. Shaun is taking a look at the river here real quick. What do you think?
On the bottom, but...
You going for it?
Oh no, I'm just gonna crawl in and see how deep it is.
Shaun's gonna test the depth here. Full lockers. It gets deep quick.
It's not gaining. Go to your right, Shaun. I think that's the deepest it'll be right there.
I think he bottomed out.
You're gonna want to go that way.
Okay.
I think it's fine. I can see the bottom all the way across. So
Yeah, I think you got as deep as you're gonna go when you pulled in there, so.
We have to point it upstream, but keep in mind we have to come back.
Yeah, we can't get back another way, can we? So it's,
once you're on that,
you're committed to a return trip. Shaun is contemplating sending the Gladiator across that river. I'm not gonna take the JL across because I don't have a snorkel. I think maybe if I had a snorkel, I would be having this conversation, but here, let's go check out the river. I'll show you guys just how fast this thing is moving. Look at this, guys. So that's going across at a pretty good clip. That's where Shaun would have to come out of the river. I don't think it's too deep for his Jeep, but it's more of will it push it once he gets into the middle, and that's a pretty good pace. I'm gonna go walk up a little bit and have a look. There might be another crossing that we can take a look at. Normally, I guess this would be a pretty decent water crossing, but the water we have right now, all the rain that's coming down. We can cross this spot here to get over to the waterfall. Look at this! How awesome is that? Where's your inner tube? Really hard to see on camera, but this thing is huge and the water is just dumping out of it. And that's what's feeding the river up there on the side of the mountain. Right there, there's a waterfall just coming down the side. We are just backtracking from that epic waterfall through this really tight and bushy trail. We are going to head to another campsite for tonight. That's about the halfway point in our journey. We don't have a lot of daylight right now, and so we're just thinking about where we want to get to that we can set up while we can see, because last night we had to set up in the dark and make a fire in the dark and put all the tarps out and everything. So we want to set up in the light today. I think that would be great. And then in the morning, we're gonna get up and finish the rest of this trip through the valley and along the lake through the old growth. And I think that would be awesome. We're just exiting out of the trail now, and we're gonna make our way to that other campsite and set up for the night. So if you watch Epic Family Road Trips channel, you may be familiar with their dog Lando, and he is currently leading us down the trail with his bright orange vest, and he is just having a good time ripping down this road. It's awesome. What an awesome dog. Time to go in the Jeep. That is awesome.
There's waterfalls everywhere. That's what
Oh, I know. There's just no shortage of them around here, right? It's crazy. It's like almost, there's too many. Otherwise you get a whole video full of waterfalls and rivers and... Look at this, man. What do you think of this waterfall?
Totally killing my shot.
When Shaun's shooting, we have to be really quiet. You know what my favorite part of this trip is so far?
Hanging out with me?
No, the return of the orange pants.
Oh yeah, man.
I haven't seen them in almost a year. It's awesome.
Gotta keep it real.
Yeah,
Keep it
dude.
dry.
That's a nice shirt you got, man. Where'd you get that?
Thank you. This is available at dirtyanddangerous.com. Get yours today.
I think I could probably make an entire video full of epic waterfalls and rivers, but that'd be kind of boring. You guys want to see like a river waterfall montage on the channel? Maybe one day. Look at the size of this tree. There's the rest of it right here. Look at this. thing compared to you. Quite the campground, but it's kind of sketchy with these giant trees overhead and potential windstorms. But we're just kind of discussing what we want to do. Ideally, we want to try to camp down on the water a little bit away from these trees in case some big gusts of winds come overnight. We did hear one fall not too far from our campsite last night, so always something to think about during winter camping and storms here on the west coast and Vancouver Island. Just trying to set up. It's not completely dark, but it doesn't show up very good on the GoPro. I just set up my super big tarp here, and then I'm gonna put my tent inside to try to keep off some of the rain. You can see it just coming down right here. It's torrential, and I think that'll give me a good dry setup for tonight. So this is the new sleeping bag I bought. It's huge. It weighs 12 pounds, but it's rated for minus 30 degrees. It kept me pretty warm last night, and it's gonna do a great job tonight. So there we go. Got the air mattress, my air pillow, sleeping bag. I do enjoy coming out here even in the winter and the cold. The cold and the wet doesn't bother me. It's just, you gotta have the right gear to camp in the cold and the wet. And this is definitely not the right gear, but it's gonna work for tonight. Worked for last night. Epic Family Road Trip has their campground set out long in advance of me putting up a tarp. This is a pretty legit setup. We got double canopies. You guys are way faster than me. All I got set up was a tarp. You guys have like cooking dinner?
Oh,
almost. Nice work setting her up, nice and quick. So we just got up, just getting going. I can see the Epic Family Road Trip crews got their, looks like their morning breakfast going. I got some lights on. I'm gonna make myself a coffee, bacon and egg breakfast sandwich. Great little cold weather camping breakfast. Get things packed up, and we're gonna go finish this loop around the southern side of Namint Lake. We're hoping some of the rain would let up in the clouds so we get the drones up. Morning. Good morning, Lando. Lando, are you gonna go for a run today with us?
I think so.
You had a great time yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, we're having eggnog French toast.
Eggnog French toast. Wow, that's
Christmas is coming.
extremely fancy. I like it. Good job. All right, everybody's getting packed up. I thought I would take a little wander down to the lake that we tried to see yesterday. Oh, look at this place now. We're heading south along the lake. Lando is leading us along, and it is way drier today, which is a nice change of pace after all the rain yesterday. Pulled over to check out this little campsite here. Shaun's got to catch a ferry back to the mainland tonight, so we got to get him there fairly soon. But thanks so much for coming along with us on this awesome journey this weekend. We had a lot of fun. Don't forget to go check out Shaun's channel, The Story Tell Now, and our visitors here on the island, Epic Family Road Trip. Awesome videos on both their channels. And as always, subscribe if you're not already. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Share it with your friends. I'll see you guys next week.
Welcome to another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip.